The psychology of a person with no friends. Have you ever noticed how some people can go days, even weeks, without talking to anyone? No calls, no messages, no "how are you?" Just silence. And what's even more interesting is this. Sometimes it's not because nobody is around them, but because they've slowly stopped reaching out. Today, we're talking about something most people feel, but rarely admit out loud: the psychology of a person with no friends. At first glance, it looks like loneliness, but psychologically, it's often deeper than that. It can be a mix of emotional exhaustion, past disappointments, trust issues, or simply growing used to being alone for too long. Here's the quiet truth. The human mind adapts. If someone spends enough time without social connection, the brain starts to normalize it. What once felt painful begins to feel manageable, even comfortable. But comfort is not the same as fulfillment. People in this state often develop a strong inner world. They think deeply. They observe more than they speak. They become self-reliant, sometimes too self-reliant. Because when you have no one to lean on, you learn to carry everything yourself. But there's a hidden cost. The absence of friendship doesn't just remove conversation. It slowly removes emotional release. No shared laughter after a long day. No one to say, "you're overthinking it." No one to remind you that you're human, not just a mind trying to survive. And over time, the brain can start to distort reality. Thoughts get heavier. Silence gets louder. Small problems feel bigger than they are. But here's something important to understand. Having no friends doesn't automatically mean something is wrong with you. It often means life just shifted. People changed. Circumstances changed. Priorities changed. Still, humans are wired for connection. Even the most independent mind eventually feels the absence of being understood. And if you're listening to this and you relate, it doesn't mean you're stuck. It just means your social chapter has been quiet for a while, not closed. Reconnection doesn't always start with a crowd. Sometimes it starts with one message, one small conversation, one step out of silence. Because no matter how strong someone becomes alone, the mind still heals faster when it's not carrying everything by itself. And maybe that's the real psychology behind it all. Not the lack of friends, but the quiet waiting for connection again. Thanks for listening.